Good morning, everyone. Happy May the 4th. Happy Star Wars Day. Best day of the year, my favorite holiday. Um, we welcome to the Tuesday morning stretch break. We are going to be doing a mix of stretches today, but if you have anything today that is tight or any areas you would like to be worked on, stretched out a little extra today, feel free to drop that in the chat and I will enter it. You will enter it in the chat and I will throw that into what we're going to be doing today. But we are going to be starting off on the ground in our shin box position here. We're going to work on some of our hip mobility and some side stretching a little bit to start. So we're going to be on the ground and I'm going to start with my left leg out in front and my right leg off to the side. So this is the harder way for me, but maybe this side is easier for you. So we'll go ahead and take a second to let our hips and our bodies get comfortable in this position. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a side stretch here first. So what we're going to do is my left leg is out in front. I'm going to put my left arm or elbow onto the ground and reach overhead with my right arm. I think about what arm that is. It's still early. It's okay. We're taking nice big deep breaths here, reaching as far as we can onto that opposite wall. Feeling that stretch through our side here. Big deep breath, and on the exhale, placing the hand on the outside of our back shin, reaching overhead to the left side. Our left arm, I guess, is over, reaching to the right side. I'm going to stop using right and left. Okay, we're done with that today. And big inhale, back to that first position on the exhale, elbow or hand onto the ground, reaching overhead with our right arm. Keeping that chest open, breathing nice and deep. And exhaling back to the other way. So hand on the outside of the back shin, reaching our opposite hand overhead. Nice big deep breaths, sighing away any tension we feel today. Getting a nice side stretch. And we're going to return to center. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of spinal rotation here. So I'm going to take my left hand, put it off to the side. So my left leg is in front, left arm to the side. We're going to inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, we're going to reach through our arm and our bodies here, getting some nice rotation. So inhale to prepare, exhaling, reaching as far as we can. And back to center. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale to prepare. Exhaling as far as we can. Back to center. And last one, inhale to prepare. Exhaling, reaching all the way back. And returning to center. Awesome. We can go ahead and flip over to the other side. So now my right leg is going to be in front. My left leg is going to be off to the back, 90 degrees in our hips, in our knees. This side might be a little bit easier for you, or maybe it's a little bit harder for you. So again, taking a second to get comfortable in this position, we're going to do the same 2 exercises. So we're going to do the side stretch and then we're going to reach through. Okay, so my right leg is now in front. My left arm, and by left, I mean my right. Geez, Jazzy. Okay, right elbow or hand on the side, left arm coming above head. Nice big deep breaths. We're reaching as far as we can, feeling that stretch through our side, through the lats, keeping that chest open. Big inhale, and on the exhale, planting that hand on the outside of the back shin, reaching over with our opposite arm. Breathing into our side body here, feeling that stretch, opening everything up. Awesome. One big inhale, and on the exhale, back to the first position here. So elbow or hand on the ground, reaching over our head with the opposite arm. Awesome job, everyone. Keep breathing into that tightness. On the next exhale, we're going to return to that first or the second position, sorry. Hand on the outside of the shin, reaching overhead. Getting a nice side stretch here. Big deep breaths, feeling our low back expand here. And exhaling and returning to our starting position. And we're going to go ahead now and do some reach through. So my right leg in front, right hand just off to the side. We're going to inhale to prepare and then reach through. So inhaling to prepare, exhaling, reaching towards the back wall as far as we can, and back to center. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So inhale to prepare, exhaling, reaching through, and back to center. Great job. Last one here. Inhale to prepare, exhaling, reaching through, and returning to center. Great job. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and turn over onto our backs here. We're going to stretch out the backs of our hips, get a little bit of a nice piriformis stretch going. So I'm going to take my, here we go with right and left again, my right ankle over my left knee. And if this feels like a good stretch, go ahead and stay there. If you need a little extra, go ahead and either grab onto your knee right behind the knee or in front of the shin, whatever is available to you, whatever feels good. But we're going to actively pull that knee towards our chest. So we start to feel that stretch in the back of the right hip. So stretching out our piriformis muscle. We're inhaling nice and deep into the belly. Slowly exhaling, releasing any tightness we feel. We want to be nice and relaxed through this stretch. Feel that low back expand with each inhale. And relaxing further into the ground with each exhale. We're going to go ahead and do one more deep breath here. After we finish that exhale, we can gently bring our left foot back onto the ground and then the right foot. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So left ankle above the right knee. If that's a good tension, you can even press down on the knee. You can stay in that position, or you can interlace your fingers and grab behind the knee or in front of the shin, whatever is available to you. But we really want to pull that leg as close to our chest as we can to start to feel some tension right in the back of our hip here, stretching out that piriformis muscle. Feeling our low back expand with each inhale, sighing away any tension we feel in our glutes in the back of our hips and our piriformis today. Getting a nice stretch here. We can do one more big deep breath here. And when we finish that exhale, we can gently release the right foot, set it back on the ground, and then the left foot. And from here, we can make our way rolling onto our side and then onto those hands and our knees. And we're going to finish out with some quadruped rocking, getting our hips a little bit more opened up and getting our spine and core a little bit warmed up too. So hands under the shoulders, knees slightly wider than hip width. And we're going to keep our core tight, tuck in that pelvis. We're going to rock our glutes towards the heels. Stay down there for a second or two, and then squeeze and come back up. You can even go slightly more forward on your hands, getting a nice stretch through the wrists and the forearms. We're going to do a few of these, rocking back and forth, going at a good pace for you. Bringing the glutes to the heels, making sure our pelvis is staying nice and tight, squeezing those glutes all the way up to the top. Leaning slightly more forward, letting those shoulders come past the hands so we can get a nice wrist stretch here. Great job. Wherever we're at, we're going to do one more rock back. So making this last rock our last one. Awesome. Once you return to that center position, you can either stay there, you can return to seated, kneeling, or standing, however you'd like to end. But that is going to be all the time I have for this morning stretch breaks. Thank you all for joining me. We have a few live classes coming up today. So we've got boot camp at 12 p.m. We have yoga at 12:30, and then we do have another stretch break with me at 2:30. And then today is Tuesday, so we have abs and core with Luis today. It's with Luis today at 4:30. So don't miss out on all of those. And as always, you can check out our SharePoint site to see what we got coming up. We got a lot of things going on. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your morning, and I'll see you all at some point again during the day.